the latest developments. If hemp is going to be the crop of the future, we're going to have to come up with new ways of harvesting it. So first I'm going to show you the old way of doing it, using Holland as an example. This is retted hemp. They cut this a couple, 3-4 weeks ago and left it in the field, and it rains, and it gets wet from the dew, and the stuff rots, and they turn it over, and they let it rot a little more, and then finally when it's just about worthless, they come and pick it up in these big machines. You can see all the dust they're creating because it's a really dusty, dirty operation. This machine goes and picks 4 bales in about 4 seconds and goes and loads that truck all in about 4 minutes. It's an amazingly efficient little device. And then this is Ben Dronkers at Hempflax in Holland, a hero of mine. And this is his monster line where these bales are put in 2 wide, and they go about a 1/4 mile through this machine, and they're turned into, well, this is the waste product that is sold as animal bedding throughout the world. And this is his high-end automobile fiber that's used in BMWs and Mercedes-Benzes, and was purchased in massive quantities for making of the Euro notes. So the problem is that the present technology is expensive, labor-intensive. It depends on good weather. You can lose your crop in a minute if it rains a week too long and you can't get in the field to pick it up before it totally rots. You got to transport and store parts of the crop that are very inefficient to transport and difficult to store. To do that, it requires long spinning technology that is like very rare. There's maybe 7 plants in the world now that are capable of spinning these long fibers, and if you want to build a new one, you're talking about $100 million in capital investment. So we're trying to come up with alternatives. This is us working in Australia 3 years ago, and we're cutting hemp by hand and doing it through benchtop-sized machines, trying to come up with the right mechanical configuration of gears that's going to pull these stalks through and strip the bark off. And so we're working on the back of pickup trucks in the hot sun. It was a lot of work, but we got machines that could just strip the bark off as fast as you could throw hemp stalks through. And patented that, and we keep working on it. Now this is us last year in England. I have to hit the mouse. Well, I missed one slide of the thing going through. But this is actually a Russian front. The hardest part of designing a decorticator is that you have to design ways of putting enough stalks through it that you can test it. And that's not easy. So here we're using a Russian head, just trying to throw as much fiber into the head, into this machine as we can to see if we can stuff it up. And, I probably should play that some more, but this is the fiber coming off the back side of the machine. It's got qualities that no fiber's ever had before. This is it just straight out of the field. This is it after you can card it and comb it, and it turns into fiber of high enough quality that you can spin it in cotton frames. And so the fibers are much thinner than anybody's ever seen before in hemp, and strong enough to the point that they compare it in composites to the strength of carbon fiber. And carbon fiber goes for $150,000 a ton. So if we can make this work, we're going to do okay. This is CANAF. It should work on that just fine. So this is our system. It saves all the capital costs. It takes out the uncertainty of retting. It is dust-free. It is very efficient. The fiber comes out clean and white and requires no bleaching. The fibers are much thinner. My fiber guy compared it to this. He says, here's the thickness of it before and here's the thickness of it now. And the herds are saved unretted, which means that the hemicelluloses are intact so that these herds are good. It turns out that Schlichten is the one who provided the hemp core for the 1914 Bulletin 404 we all depend on so much for our information. Those were unretted fiber, unretted herds, and that's why that worked for paper, and people try to replicate it after that with retted herd, and you can't do it.
We so happy we alive. We together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies. And now's the time to legalize. Tell me, brother, tell me true. What the hell gonna go do? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1, and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive. We together can survive. Mother Nature, heaven sent, don't belong to government. Hey there, sister, what's the plan? Do you really understand? Remember the day we saw purple haze. 1 and 1, and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive. We together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies. Now's the time to legalize. Half the world up in smoke. We're on and we take the tug. Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1, and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? Human nature, full and free, modifies reality. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1, and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me?